Hi and welcome to the SOIC Research Club webinar. So what we are doing is that we are going to present you the offering as well, and I'll explain you that we have two products and what is the differentiation between the two products. So one is a 1 year product, second is a 3rd year product, and both the products are open for fresh subscriptions because we think that there's a lot of value in the businesses that we are studying because we are medium to long term investors. We are not into short term investing or any intraday investing. So with this we'll start, and the basic premise सबको ये चीज समझ आनी चाहिए कि if you know what type of an investor you are, then it becomes very easy to sort of do reasonably well over a period of time because you have your expectations intact and you know your time horizon. तो टाइम होराइजन पहली चीज मैं सबको क्लियर कर दूं, क्या कुछ भी शॉर्ट टर्म नहीं होने वाला। मतलब कुछ भी हम 3 मंथ 6 मंथ 1 मंथ 2 मंथ वाला बिल्कुल भी नहीं करेंगे। इट्स प्योरली मेंट फॉर मीडियम टू लॉन्ग टर्म, दैट इज एनीवेयर बिटवीन 2 to 5 years। जो हमारा 3 year प्रोडक्ट है, दैट इज specifically in some of the businesses over there which we have already recommended. Just to give you an example, over there I think the thesis will play out over 3 to 4 years, even though the prices might have done well, but the real thesis will play out over 3 to 4 years. Some of the businesses we are planning to recommend another 1 year subscription, over there the thesis will play out over the next 2 to 3 years. So there will be a differentiation between two products and we'll explain that to you. But first, a standard disclaimer ki idea to share is ki what we are doing in both the products, and also just to let you know ki we have full skin in the game because majority of our own stock picking is done from the recommendation universe itself, right? So that element should be basically clear to all of you, those who are even trying to analyze these products, right? So idea of both the products is, so 1 year and 3 year, तो जो long term investing का idea है कि we will have diverse styles, we will have diverse caps. We won't be micro cap, we won't be large caps, we won't be mid caps, we won't be small cap. We will just be focusing on business cap, right? That is what is the business story. We are very agnostic to caps, but one thing to be sure कि कोई भी micro cap stock हम लोगों के products के अंदर recommend नहीं होएगा because I think there is a huge impact cost, and huge impact cost के अलावा below 1,000 crore most like it's really difficult for a lot of subscribers to get into those businesses, and there is impact cost both on the way in and on the way out. So 1,000 crore say below we won't be recommending anything. Second thing that you must be clear of is that there will be diverse style and there will be diverse sectors throughout the thing. So there will be businesses either from defense sector, pharmaceutical sector, right? Chemical से कुछ होएगा, right? Auto ancillary से कुछ होएगा, यहाँ तक health insurance के proxies भी होंगे, right? So all those things will be including under the like both the research products. And I really want you to understand is that anyone who's interested in subscribing, only those folks should come in, yeah, those students should come in who have reasonable expectation. अगर देखो irrational expectation लेके आओगे तो आपके लिए है ही नहीं। मैं आपको फर्स्ट डे से कह रहा हूँ, आप ये वेबिनार छोड़ के जा सकते हैं। मैं तो खुद ही आपको कह रहा हूँ कि अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि यार 50 100 150 टका रिटर्न बनाना है, बिल्कुल खराब प्रोडक्ट है, आपको आना ही नहीं चाहिए इसमें। मैं तो फर्स्ट डे से आपको ये चीज़ बता के चल रहा हूँ। आइडिया क्या है कि वी विल बी एनालाइजिंग बिजनेस स्टोरीज. There will be some of the stories which will do fantastically well over 3 4 years. There will be some of the stories which might not do so well. The ones which are not doing so well, what we'll be doing is that we'll be using our exit system to cut down on losers. That is what will happen. Though if you are willing to objectively exit stocks when we are giving an exit signal, right, without getting too much into the thought process ki right ki इसमें कुछ ऐसा है उसमें कुछ ऐसा है, so maybe this might be the right product for you, right? So these are some of the things that you must understand कि हम लोगों की खुद की बड़ी reasonable expectation है. हमें लगता है कि अगर मतलब if we do reasonably well over a period of time, then it is fantastically good over a period of 3 to 5 years. But yes, if you are expecting या 50 और 150 टका रिटर्न हो, boss, that is not the way markets work. Markets are volatile, right? The last 3 years are not what will keep repeating again and again. So idea is to always look for businesses which are at reasonable valuations. 3 year product में भी same thought process है. I think 3 year product में the most expensive business that we recommended was a company which was in a large cap FMCG space, and starting multiple was at 50-55 times 1 year forward P. Even though now that has also re-rated from there. Second one might be a fintech which has a lot of ESOP cost. If I delete the ESOP cost, then this year also that company will be at some 50-52 times earnings. Similarly, 1 year product mein currently one thing to be sure of is that again we'll be looking at very reasonable businesses. Some of those are like market leaders at 17p. One of the niche market leaders at 25-30p, growing at 25-30%. That will be the thought process, because we think that over the long runs, there are only two engines of wealth creation. What are those two engines? One is perception and second is earnings. That if we consistently do not pay up for stocks, what will happen is that मतलब naturally कोई भी recommendation universe देखें आप, चाहे वो 30 stocks का हो, 20 stocks का हो, 15 stocks का हो, naturally over a period of time what will happen is that there will be some losers and some winners. And what can happen over a period of time, or what shall happen, is that ideally the winners should be more than losers. And that only happens first if you are not looking for broken down sectors. Stage 4 में आप एकदम नहीं घुस रहे. Secondly, you're getting into businesses at reasonable valuations. So these are two things that we are looking for. But yes, we'll be willing to hold out on stories where we think कि हाँ यार एक दो क्वार्टर का पेन है. We are very happy to hold those, because at the end of the day, our purpose is to think about the next 3 to 4 years. We can't be very quarter se quarter tak focus. But yes, if some business has deteriorating fundamentals, then we won't shy away from taking the call. But basic premise will be simple, like reasonable businesses which are market leaders, and market leadership के साथ साथ these are businesses where the sector itself is doing well, right? So again, one more thing to understand is that some of the businesses that we recommend, some of them we are doing work on for last 2 years, some of them we are doing work on for last 5 years, some of them will be just new stories which have been discovered. But one thing is for sure, that we'll only we'll be only recommending what we understand, right? And if like on a recommendation universe level, that is 20 to 25 or 30 stocks in a 3-year product, or a 15 to 20 stock in a 1-year product, if there are any mishaps or any blow-ups, it shall be limited to a small number of positions, not to the entire eco universe. So I'll highly suggest that whatever personally like, because at the end आपका conviction होएगा, तो आप खुद जो reports पढ़ के खुद का portfolio independently बनाएंगे उन recommendation universe में से, best thing will be to look at what the team India is doing, that what your overall score is, rather than looking at यार रोहित शर्मा 0 पे तो नहीं आउट हो गया, या विराट कोहली तो 0 पे नहीं आउट हो गया. Because this is a big problem that retail investors come into a research product thinking कि यार कि everything will be 100 on 100. Answer is no, हो ही नहीं सकता. Some of the businesses might not do well, some of the business might terrifically well. मतलब जो ये सोचा भी नहीं था उससे भी ज्यादा अच्छा कर जाएंगे. कुछ तो भी एक्चुअली में ऐसा लग भी रहा है. So that is the idea, that you must think about it from a team India type level, not from a particular player type level. Another example is most of the companies that we'll be looking for. This is just an example. Out of all these companies, only one of the businesses will be in active recommendation universe. Is that now, like some of the companies that we'll be looking for simply will have supply side dominance, market leadership, and they'll be like doing really well, like in terms of the market share, that they'll be grabbing market share. तो market leaders देखने हैं, reasonable valuation देखनी है, and second framework क्या आएगा, we'll be looking for cheap plus favorable businesses, like so businesses which are cheap and which have favorable cycles for them. It could be that even in a cheap business we might end up sitting for 2 to 4 years, because that is our thought process कि यार cheap है, 30-35% ROE हो रही है business की, we are willing to wait it out for 2 to 4 years. That is the thought process. ये expectation एकदम low करके आना. अगर expectation बहुत high करके आ रहे हो, आपका भी नुकसान है, मेरा भी नुकसान है. बिकॉज मेरा नुकसान क्या है कि at the end of the day, I myself with my team are answering all your emails, and if I spot any noise or any doubts, right, so I try to answer it myself with the team, right? So emails पे we are open to take questions, but try to limit your questions to a business level. See, price ऊपर नीचे बहुत होते हैं stocks के, बट अगर बिजनेस लेवल पे कोई क्वेश्चन है, बिजनेस लेवल पे कोई डिटोरिएशन आपको लग रही है, कोई आपको कुछ शेयर करना है हमारे साथ बिजनेस का, तो बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू look at those emails. But yes, if you are getting fluctuated by price or something going up and down, so that could be a risk in the long run, right? Ki maybe the product is not right, and maybe the idea of looking at like the idea of basically coming into a research product, हमारा मतलब जो like mindedness है वो same path पे नहीं है. Then we'll be growing across sectors, because a lot of winners are a part of large group moves. So we'll be trying to capture those group moves together, right? So ऐसा भी हो सकता है, see 1 and 3 year product में, let's take an example of real estate, right? We like the real estate sector today because we think it might do well over a period of time. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि 3 year product में there'll be a couple of different real estate players versus a 1 year product. Similarly, auto ancillaries में we think that is a favorable cycle. So there could be a different auto anc player in 3 year product versus a different player in 1 year product. तो दोनों के बीच के जो की डिफरेंसेस है वो हम एनालाइज करेंगे. बट very high degree of probability is that the entire universe will be between large, mid, and small caps. And it won't just be small caps, won't just be mid caps or large caps. Idea is to chase growth at reasonable valuations, whether it's a 1 year product or a 3 year product, right? That is what we are looking for. तो एक और मैं आगे आपको जो रीजन है वो भी बताऊंगा, राइट, कि व्हाई आर वी लाइक व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू, सो दैट इट बिकम्स इजियर फॉर यू, एंड ऑल्सो आई विल जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू द प्राइसिंग एज वेल. So बहुत simple phenomenon है. So just in the 1 year product, it's the number of businesses that we are looking for is 15 to 20 businesses, right? Here we are focused more towards 25 to 30 businesses. Currently, I think 16 businesses are in active buy list, whereas remaining 14 are in the hold list, right? I think there will be 13, like we are looking for one more business over here as well. Secondly, growth at reasonable prices, like and long-term focus. Mein. Over here, the time horizon that will be generally focused is 2 to 3 years. Over here, we'll be focusing on a lot of stories which might be for 3 years to 5 years. Let's say, for example, there'll be an iron ore business. Wैसे type of business, you can't look at it from a perspective of 1 or 2 years. You have to look at it from a perspective of 3 to 5 years. So that type of business won't be recommended over here, because we know कि इसका time horizon ही इतना मांगता है. There's a pharma CDMO business which requires 3 to 5 years of patience. It doesn't require 1 or 2 years. ठीक है, return बन गया जो बन गया, but that is irrelevant. वो हमने thought process में नहीं करा था. But that type of business might not get recommended over here, because here we are looking for 2 to 3 year stories, right? Secondly, one thing to, and over here as well, in the long term focus as well, there'll be a lot of businesses which we think might do well in the near term triggers, like infrastructure stories or something. Then we won't shy away from recommending it over here as well, because the number of stocks that we have are the universe is much larger, and over here the universe will be a bit shorter versus the 3 year one. Then here we'll have very detailed reports, like so we are going to publish a home textile detailed report. It's like 30-40 pages. Here we'll have like small, like brief crisp notes of 5 to 10 pages, right? So these will be some of the differences. Over here we'll have star ratings. Over here we'll have star ratings. Here there'll be 20 businesses. If you want to follow independently, you can follow independently an equated thing. But here we won't be giving any star ratings, right? Here the idea is to give you about different businesses which are again next 2 to 3 years might do very well. Here we'll be giving star ratings, but here the idea is to like have 20 stocks in the recommendation universe, and that 20 number will be fixed. So these will be the two differences between the major differences between the products. Actually, some of the subscribers also asked, yeah, 3 years में 1 year वाला क्यों नहीं include कर दिया? Take this to 50 businesses. Now, my only suggestion to a lot of you is, यार अगर आप 3 year में हो, तो I don't think so it is required for you to come into 1 year. Reason being, because anyways, you have a universe of 25 to 30 businesses, which is more than enough for you to think about, read about, and get some of those businesses under your like you buy them independently in your portfolio. I think that will be more than enough. Whereas if I take it to 50, then it will lead to noise. Like some of you will be able to manage it, some of you will still go for both 3 and 1 year, but some of you who will have 50 businesses over there, you'll find it to be very noiseful, right? It will be very noisy. And secondly, team mein there is a lot of bandwidth, so we can handle both the products, because see, we are training a lot of analysts who like मेरे साथ ही रोज बैठते हैं, right, office के अंदर, and like we are onboarding new members into the team as well. And so bandwidth is not an issue. Within the 1 year subscription, most of these universe will be 15 to 20 companies, market leaders under stage 2, right? And churn could be a bit higher versus the 3 year product business, versus the 3 year product service, because over here the focus is on next 2 to 3 years, whereas over here the focus is on 3 to 5 years, right? And over here the decisions could be a bit lesser versus the 1 year one. So these will be the basic differences between the two, and there could be an overlap of nearly 20 to 30% in both the products in terms of like stock names. Whereas because 1 year we are starting later, right, versus 3 years, so there will be a difference of 20 to 30%. There will be an overlap of 20 to 30%. कि almost 4 to 6 businesses हो सकता है दोनों के like products के अंदर common हो, right? Whereas remaining of them will be different. So that is the idea. Some of you who look at us as an idea generation platform, हो सकता है आपके लिए दोनों sense बने, right? That is 3 year and 1 year. Some of you are very happy with the 3 year service. There is no need to come into 1 year. Those of you who think कि यार 3-year product upfront cost is very high, it is really like it could be really interesting that if you just stick to the 1-year subscription and you keep assessing us as well ki whether you like the research or not, whether you like the type of businesses or not, because at the end of the day it's like a marriage, right? And it's a marriage and you keep assessing us over a period of time. So these are the basic differences between the two, and because of these differences there's also a differences between the price. So in the 1-year subscription, the pricing is 20,000 plus GST. There'll be limited number of stock ideas, 15 to 20. 3-year mein the pricing is 80,000 plus GST, and 1 year mein medium term focus, long term focus, thesis notes of 4 to 6 pages, sometimes maximum 8 to 10. Whereas over there there'll be detailed research reports. Then we'll have con call summaries in 1 year. In the 3-year one, we'll have quarterly meeting with the members. Like there'll be regular business updates in the 3-year one. Then in 1-year one, we'll keep updating you with buy and sell strategies. And in both of them, there's a I think there'll be a group as well once you join. So you'll also get access to the Telegram group as well. Wherever if you think that there's something to update, we'll send you an update as well. So this will be the price with GST, and you can just check our website, soicresearch.in. I'll share the link of the website. So just over here, if you want to subscribe, you can just use the website of soicresearch.in, and there you can subscribe for both the plans. I'll just share the link with you. And idea is here, why are we keeping this a bit behind closed doors and not like doing like very aggressive marketing, is because I think we need investors who come in with reasonable set of expectations, not like people with irrational expectations. यार micro cap suggest कर दो, ये सब कर दो, हमें वो चाहिए ही नहीं, right? So it is something that you must understand. So you can use the website soicresearch.in, and if you wish to subscribe to the 1-year plan, it's over here. Even the 3-year subscription is open because a lot of businesses have again come under the buying list, right? So hopefully it clarifies a lot of your doubts. If you have any doubts left, feel free to email us at support@soicresearch.in. किसी का कोई भी doubt है, we are very happy to solve them. And let's focus on businesses, let's focus on compounding. And one more thing, if you think यार ये research products हमारे लिए नहीं है, हमें सिर्फ course से सीखना है, like जो SOIC membership है, even then it's totally okay, folks. You just focus on learning, because idea SOIC start किससे हुआ था? To make you an independent investor. यहाँ पे भी हमारा पर्पस क्या है? To give you a list of ideas where you keep thinking कि अच्छा इस business में ऐसा चल रहा है, ऐसा चल रहा है, and if you find them to be right, then you buy them in your portfolio, right? And we'll also give buy or sells कि हमारी साइड से यार ये buying में, हमारी साइड से selling के अंदर है. That is the gist of it, and that is the idea of the SOIC research service, right? So hopefully it is clear to you. And it is totally okay also if you want to stick to your independent thought process, and if you want to keep meeting us on Sunday webinars and stuff. So hopefully the entire thought process behind both the products is absolutely clear. So I'll end the webinar and I'll see you soon, folks. Thank you so much for joining us.